Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of KJL podcast channel. It's Art with Kenneth, and I'm your host. I kind of see if you can see me on the camera here, but today I'm going to wait for some people to come on before I really get going with this. So I'm going to wait for a few more people to come on. Happy Veterans Day to all the veterans. Let me get my light over here on too, because I need to be shining a light over here. But I'm just looking over. I got my camera set over here where I could adjust, add music and whatever, my controls here. So today, again, like I said, I'm going to wait for some people to come on before I get started. And I want to make sure everyone can hear me. Today we're going to do the businessman. I'm so excited, continuing with my series. It's a men's series. I haven't given it an official name. However, I'm just getting a few things set up over here and waiting for some people to come on. I know it's Monday night and you probably want to look at Monday Night Football. I saw that, I didn't get to see the Eagles game yesterday, but I saw the highlights. And that's all I was really concerned about. Taking care of the Cowgirls. We handled them pretty well. I pretty much say their season was over 2 weeks ago. The Eagles are looking good. I mean, really good. Okay. Oh my God, I got to get me a haircut too. I'm in great haircut mode. Just a trim up. I'm not cutting anything off. So I got to make sure that I'm not going to be in the way when I'm doing this so people can see me. I got to make sure I get my proper distance because I kind of paint from a distance anyway. So I'll be like this anyway, kind of stepping back. So I think I'm going to get started with his suit. All right, let's get moving. Would be nice if I got some paint out on the canvas. I'm in on the palette. I'm going to start with a little bit of I'll just make a mess here, dropping this thing on this rug. Okay. Let me get started here. This is acrylic, and I have the panel board. It's mounted to a piece of oriented strand board. I'm just getting some paint set up here, giving people a chance to come on. I'm going to edit this because the playback will be just too much. This. I should have had my paints out here already. What? Okay, just here, some light. Oh, I think this suit, I'm like so looking forward to doing this one right here. Oh yeah, Nelly. I gotta get out the burnt sienna. What was this? I like the Winsor Newton burnt sienna. Oh my God, I'm just so excited about doing this piece. The Businessman. Okay, let me see. Let me get a little red out here too. Oh, sucky now. All right, let's get started. And I think the next time people come in here, so I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna get my brush ready here. A little water on my brush, and let's get this party started. All right, let's start with a little bit of. Okay, I think I want to go. Let me hit some of my dark. Let me hit some of my blue. I'm gonna hit the areas that I'm gonna have that are gonna be blue. So I'm gonna get a mix a little here. I have one of my pieces over here. I try to have, a piece of artwork. This is one of my large paintings here. So let's see. We're gonna start with getting a little dab right here. Then we're gonna come down. And no, I'm doing like a stroke. For those that have watched me paint like this, it's always that kind of like that stroke. And so I'm gonna bring some of that blue down here. Stroke. I've already got my sketch up and kind of did that. I don't want to bore you with that part. That's like just where I had that there. Let me see where I want this. I'm gonna take a little bit, yep. Oh man, I like having this little pink background too. It's really cool. These look so sloppy when they start, but they nice. I mean, like really super nice. Uh-oh, somebody just called me, and I got my phone is kind of connected up here too. I should have put my phone on do not disturb, because when I do that, it's one of my cameras on here. I have two cameras, one on my laptop here for my controller and this one. So if it does it again, I'm gonna have to put it on do not disturb for a second. So I'm coming down here. Now you notice it's like I told you, it's a stroke. I'm hitting on my dark spots that I've already from my sketch. So I'm still kind of, it almost looks still like the sketch, but you'll see it starts to come together, and then I start a layering process. Okay, went up a little bit high on that. Take this here. So I'm trying to hit all my little dark spots now. Yeah, we go there. And I know his hand is going to be somewhere over there. Then I'm going to come down kind of dark here. Look how that's looking. Looks sloppy now, but it's going to come together. And then it kind of weather. And even so I got some of this dark color in here. I'm kind of going to work on his hair a little bit. Let me see how I want his hair to go. It's going to kind of swoop down. have it come around just to here. He's a businessman. So I'm going to kind of take his head up here. And then come down here. Okay, so I kind of got his head started. I mean, the hair on his head. Going a little bit here. Okay. Gonna have to clean my brush out here. Alright. And I'm gonna get a little bit of the burnt sienna. And let's get going with that. So that burnt sienna, I kind of think I put that up a little bit too much, or did I? No, I didn't. A dab of the black in that burnt sienna. It almost made this look a little brown, but that's all right because this is just the first layer of this. I'm telling you, these look really, I know it looks kind of sloppy and crazy right now, but it's going to come together. Let me see here. And I'm just going to darken it in this spot here with a little bit of the burnt sienna. It looks real muddy right now, which is okay, because this is just the first layer. Get a little red in here too. It's amazing how they come together though after. All right, let's mix a little bit of this, the red. All I'm doing is a stroke, and then it's going to start to take on a life of its own. But this first layer, I got to get going, and then I'm going to cut out the body. I'm going to cut around the body and start working on the background. But I want to get this part done first, and then I'm going to have to change my water because this water is really dirty at this point because I'm mixing some of these dark colors together. And so this will be cool right here. So I'm going to put a little bit of the red right here with then mix a little burnt sienna in there. Actually, I want to mix some more of that burnt sienna in here. Do this right here. There we go. All right, let's see where else. All right, so I'm going to lighten it up a little bit. Wow, he is going to look so cool when I get finished. I can already kind of see it coming together. Again, I do these a stroke. I hope everybody had a good Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day to all the veterans. My father was in the Army. And I'm looking at this. I'm trying to decide on where I want to put my next color on this thing. Sometimes you get to that thing, you're like, I don't know if I want to do this here. But I think I know what I want to do. I'm going to take a little bit of this over here and here. All right. Then my next step, mix a little bit of white. Get a little bit of white in here. You'll see this will start to piece together after a while. And you see I'm just doing a stroke, and then I'll tie everything together in the end. This will come down here. stroke, a stroke, a stroke. I know it looks crazy right now. It's coming together. I can see it. And I don't want to mess too much up here, because if you go too far with this, then the colors may mix a little bit too much. And my water is like extremely dirty right now. Okay, so now I'm going to come down the leg here. I think I'm going to bring this down. So that leg is going to come down there. All right, and we're just going to hit this other side. Wow, he's going to look really nice at, like, when I start getting to the part of I think here. Let me see where this is going to go. I think I'm going to take that to there. And they will be. So eventually I'm going to line that up as soon as that dries up. But it looks like I almost got everything done. Just got to come down here with a little bit more. It's really cool how these start to come together. It looks real crazy in the beginning because I'm just creating like little things, and I'm just throwing a stroke. I want him to be real colorful. This is the businessman, and he's on point. And I'm going to start working on the background in a second after I finish my last little bits on the first layer on his body. Let's see here. Let's see here. I think I'm going to take this. I step back a lot as I'm looking at this thing. Again, this is the first layer of this. I actually wanted this a lot brighter than what it is. He's gonna come together super nice. I hate these little itty bitty brushes, but sometimes you got to get them in there to get going what you want. So let me step back with this a little bit. Okay. Just those little itty bitty ones that I hate to do. I need another small brush. Okay, this first little layer isn't to do any detail, it's just to get the face kind of started. I got his nose gonna go all the way up here. Oh, he's gonna look so nice when this is done. Okay. Okay, so I'll work on his hand a little bit. And again, I'm not trying to make this so detailed. I don't care that I dropped a little there. See, it's the second layer on here that actually starts to give you a little detail of it. This first thing is just to get me going. The first is the sketch. Then I came over and I put a layer of pink on here. All right, so let's look here. Let's see what we're gonna do next. Okay. All right, because I know he's gonna start to fade away down here into. All right, so now let me see my background. Got that part done. As I step back, see, when you take a little step back, there's little things you can see. And one of those things is, get a little bit more of the burnt sienna. Whether I have people on or not, I keep moving. I know it's Monday Night Football. Are you ready for some football? I'm gonna come up a little higher with this to here. This collar. That's just to clean the brush off. All right, let's see where we're gonna go with this. All right, I'm gonna start cutting around this body a little bit. So let me see what I want to do here. Again, this is the first layer, well, the second layer, because I started with the sketch, and then I painted the panel board pink, and then I started with a sketch. So right now, starting to work on the background a little bit. You see how it starts to pull its own self together. I'm just coming up close to the body because I'm starting to, again, I'm using some white, and I think this is the cerulean blue. I'll put that in that spot there. That's good enough there. Let me see where else I want some of this. I think I'm gonna take it, go down here. Like I told you, it's amazing how these come together. Let's see. I think I'm gonna make that leg a little bit wider. So I gotta put it. Here we go. Yeah, his leg was looking a little lame over there. Didn't want to do that. And when you're doing these, you cannot get too far ahead of yourself on this, because what will happen is you can lose yourself. You can like lose. See how I start coming up with another color? It just starts to bring it to life even more. But I'm not going to mess with that. I'm going to use a bigger brush in a second. I'm just cutting around the piece right now. But you'll see how it starts to come together after a while. And I'm going to be able to get my bigger brush in a second. But for now, are you ready for some football? Alright, got that there. Okay, and then I'm going to take... I was uploading a song on here. I wonder if it's on now. Oops. Let's see, because I tried to upload some new music. You know, that thing is still uploading. It's probably because I'm on, and I can't even delete it either. It's like steady going. All right, let me change this. Don't like that. Don't like that either. All right, I can do this. I like starting these like super sloppy. Super sloppy. Did I say super sloppy? Did I say super sloppy? All right. Let's see where else we want to go. Yes, this starts to come together just like a puzzle. You know how puzzles, you put piece by piece on here? I'm just piecing this together. I've been seeing people dip in and out. That's all right, I'm still gonna keep painting. Because this series has to get going good. I'm gonna let this dry up a little bit because my next layer, I have to let this dry right here. I've got my spots that I want, but my next layer, this is so freaking cool. I'm loving this already. And it's like I'm not even... All right. Wow, it's really coming together good. Okay, let me see this back section here. I think this black is dry enough for me to bring this little curve around here. I think I'm gonna make his head a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Now he looking good. The head is looking good on there now. This paint is so, this water is so dirty. So I'm gonna bring this further out, mixing some of that blue. So I've done my first cut around the body. This is throwing me off right here. This is the end of the board. So sometimes this throws me off, having all that pink over there. So what I am going to do, I think I'm going to just take some black. Because the way I'm looking at this is just, so I know this is the end. You know what? I forgot I got this over here. I can do this. And what I'm gonna do is put this right at the edge here. Boom. And then, yep. I just gotta get one of my clamps. You know what? Nope, some tape. I got some tape right here. Because that's driving me crazy, that side over there. I like to with all that pink over there. I just don't like it. All that pink right there. So. And it'll also separate it from this piece over here. I hope this tape holds up. This is dollar store tape. So you know it ain't no darn good. Alright. I was looking for one of my clamps. I have one down at the bottom here. You know, I have one right here holding this on here. So I think I'll do this right here. Then I'll put my tape down on the side. I think that'll work. I don't think this channel is going to fall. I put it on because this panel that's on here is pretty heavy. So, boom. Yeah, this is much better. I like, that was just interfering with my mind too much right there. That pink. So I'm going to take this tape all the way. This is going to go in a frame anyway, so it'll be cool. This little edge right here. You know what? I'm not even gonna do that. There we go. I think this will work. Do-do-do-do-do. Alright, that's better, because that was driving me freaking nuts. Alright, that's much better. So I got to give this about 5 minutes to dry. So while that is drying, let me see if I can put something on for you to look at for a few minutes while I let that dry right here. Let's see. Oh, I thought I had another video in here that I could play while I'm letting this dry. Ooh. I wonder if I can upload a video on here if it won't slow this down too much. Just pick one of mine. Music. Pick. Me trying to do this is not working the way I want it to. I just want it to be like, you know, when I'm trying to do it, it'll be like magic. That's what's happening right now. Okay, let me see. This looks pretty good on the camera, though. I shouldn't have tried to upload this darn video on here. I mean, not video, but the audio. And I can't reverse this thing somehow. All right, so I just have to put another song away. I had some really good music, and I tried to upload it as the video came on for me to start painting. All right, let's try this. So I'm just letting this dry for a little bit. And while that's going on, don't forget, if you're on, please, please, please like, share, subscribe. I have coming up art history. It's going to be Frida Kahlo, and it's Frida Kahlo, the art, pain, and passion of a revolutionary icon. Frida Kahlo. I can't wait. That video will be coming up at the end of the week on an art history episode on my channel. So make sure you like and subscribe. Also, if you have the opportunity, visit my website. It's kjlartsanctuary.com. I will be open during the holiday season. Starting this Saturday, I'm going to be open on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday, all the way through Christmas, and probably Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, because my studio is open by appointment only. But during the holiday season, I'll have gift items. I have a couple of other artists that are going to come in with some craft items. So we'll have some holiday gift items starting this week. I'm going to be opening and all the way through New Year. So I'm letting this dry right now. This is one of the pieces in my series called it's a men's series, and this is one of the pieces. And I painted probably 80% or so of the paintings that I painted have been of women. So I started a men's series, and this one right here is the businessman. I want this to dry a little bit before I do my next step. Probably about another 2 minutes. Mad about my song that didn't come up. I mean, this thing is still buffering, but it's all right. And I definitely am going to edit this video once it's done. So I've got the first or the second stage of this done, and I'm about to come in on all those areas of pink and bring my next layers in, and I'll finish the first layer of the background. So I'm gonna get moving with that real quick now. Pick a little bigger brush up. Okay. All right, let's get moving with this next layer. Some white paint. See, I'm not worried. I can still see some of the elements I have there in the background. I'm not getting rid of all of them. I'm just going over it, but I can see it. I picked up some black right there. Gonna clean this out. It look crazy right now. I know it do. It's gonna get better. I promise. These strokes have to go kind of down. I don't want it to mix too much with this blue here. Hopefully it won't. But I can still come back across with that. That's why I ain't want it to mix with that blue. And it's amazing how these colors start looking as they dry too. So this is really quick to get that part in here. Wow. I'm loving it. Wow. Yup. I just picked up some more black. This is why sometimes you don't want to get too far ahead of yourself. You see how I picked up a little bit of the black, and it's a layering process. So this is the third layer. Again, I painted the panel pink. Then I sketched out my image, and now I'm doing the first layer. And this is what I call the kind of like the ugly stage of the painting, where and then it's going to get a little tighter, but I don't want it to get so tight. It has to kind of stay loose. Again, it's a part of my men series, and this is the businessman. So I'm working on some of the background, and I'm going to come over top of this. There's going to be a bunch of elements that come into this as well. This suit is going to become more detailed, the face and everything. But it's like, I hate using the word detail because I'm not really detailing it, because it's going to be really loose. The brush strokes are loose. Oh, almost knocked this down. And this is one of my paintings here. And I like painting very, very, very large. And so I try to show a different painting as well when I'm doing this. I'm going to switch this out and put another one a painting up there in a little bit. So I need to give that a few minutes to dry. So I wonder if I can put something on here that says letting dry for. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a caption. Okay. We'll start back. Oops. And 10 minutes. Allowing the painting. Allowing the painting to dry a little. I hope I put all that in it right. I don't have my reading glasses on. Add. We'll start back in 10 minutes, allowing the painting to dry a little. Cool. Okay, I'm going to start my next layer. I just need to get me some fresh water though. So give me a second. Let me get back on it. Just get some fresh, clean water. All right, and I gotta clean these couple of brushes, but I'm coming back. I've been seeing people go in and out, in and out, in and out. Water. Okay. Fresh water. And I'm ready to get going again. Now I have this paint here, which will go on a little bit. No, I don't want to do that. Or do I? Yep. Okay. So now I'm coming over the top. Mix both of these together. Mix. Got to get plenty of water on here because of the way I want this to go on. I need a lot of water. It's different when I'm painting and people are watching. It's just different. It's a different feel. A completely different feel. Because I've got to be conscious of where I'm standing. I'm not blocking the camera. Things like that. Go with a little bit of this. And I don't want to move too slow, because if I move too slow, because it has to maintain a little bit of abstract nature to it. See, I'm taking quick steps back. Like, I'm not spending a whole lot of time. I've stepped back and then come make a quick stroke. I'm just creating this abstract background right now. I'm going to do more with it, but I'm just slowly building. And then if I have some of that same color that I may be using in this tie, so just go ahead and put that in here now. this background is really starting to take shape. All right, so my next step with this, I got my spray bottle, and I'm gonna take my spray bottle and just spray right here. Because I want to keep this wet, what I just put on here. That up there. Keep this wet for a little bit because I'm about to. We'll let that drip. It doesn't matter that that's dripping. All right, I gotta go grab my paper. Okay. Then I'm gonna take some paper. So I got it real wet. This is just an old print from out of a frame that I got. And I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna lay it right across. And I'm gonna just rub that in. I wanted to pull off some of that paint that I just put on there. And then I'm gonna do the same thing down here at the bottom, right here. Remember, I just put the paint on there and I put it on there. Even if it moves, I don't care, because my objective is to take some of the paint off. I just put on there that second layer while it's still wet, and I put it on there thick. All right, now you see how it's starting to come out? So let me get another one of these sheets. I got to do the other side. Let me get another sheet. And they're just old paper. I just knocked this thing down here. I gotta probably crook it right now on the screen. That's all right. I'll get some of that off. Look at the effect that it has now. I think I pushed this down a little bit. I didn't want to do that. Okay. All right. See how it's starting to now look at the background, how it's starting to come out. All right, so let's get my next step. This. Still a little wet, but I don't care because this is only the first kind of like layer of this part. So I'm not really worried about it. He's a businessman. This one's called Businessman. Coming right over that same wet paint, and it looks a little sloppy right now, which is okay. I don't mind because this is only a layer of this. The businessman. Da-da-da. going to do the same thing I just did with the piece of paper, like right over top of this. Wow. Do. Wow, this is starting to look really nice. Well, it's to the point now, there's nothing else I can do. This has to dry for at least, let me get over here in the camera. I wonder if you can see me here. I probably got to duck down a little bit for you to see me. So I'm concluding tonight's, this first layer. I'm going to go over to another painting, but this is where I am at this point right now. I have to let this dry. It's pretty wet right now, and purposely. And you saw how if you were looking, you saw how I put the paint on, took some paint off with paper. And again, this is the first layer, and now we're going to do a little bit more detail tomorrow on tomorrow's episode. So I hope you tune in tomorrow. I think we'll be on at about 7 tomorrow. So thanks for tuning in. And let me get over here. And I'm so grateful that you decided to tune in. And again, let me get over here. Remember this Friday episode on the Art History channel, Frida Kahlo, the art, pain, and passion of a revolutionary icon. I can't wait to share with you the story of Frida Kahlo. Please log in and check out my website. It's kjlartsanctuary.com. I have probably maybe 1% of the paintings that are 2 or 3% of the paintings I've done on the website. It's just I've done close to 6,000 paintings since I started. So I have some on there, but gallery visits, I have Zoom meetings, one-on-one appointments. So set up an appointment, come in, check out some artwork. I have about 3,000 paintings at my studio. And so this is we're going to conclude today part 1 of The Businessman. And we're going to, let me turn this music off. So this is the conclusion of this episode. And tomorrow we're going to pick up with the next layer. And please tune in. I'm doing 3 things while I'm talking to you right now, because I like when I'm on these lives. I just like to keep it as it probably will be if you were in here with me. I'm moving around. I'm doing things. I'm talking to you while I'm doing something. So it just gives you a good feel of what it's like when I'm actually. If you were actually in the studio with me. I'm all over the place. The only difference is I'm stuck on one painting where I normally would be working on probably 5 to 10 at one time. So I'm really enjoyed you guys tuning in, and thank you so much. God bless you, and much. Thanks for tuning in to the KJL podcast channel. I'm artist Kenneth J. Lewis Sr. And I truly appreciate your time and support. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to like, share, and subscribe.